In the Horn of Africa, there is a place with its own government, its own elections, its own army, and its own money. This place is called Somaliland. It is a country that says it is independent. People here have made their own society, away from the problems in the rest of the region. But most people in the world do not know about Somaliland. Officially, it is not a country. It is not a member of the United Nations. Other countries do not have embassies here. But in Somaliland, life goes on. The people have made a working country, even when it is hard. If all of Somalia was like Somaliland, people would not call Somalia as a failed state. Here, peace is not just a wish, it is real life. Somaliland shows what people can do when they work together and build strong rules. The markets are busy, the ports are open for trade, and the people choose their leaders. This is the story of Somaliland, Africa's most ignored success. It is a place where hope and hard work have built a country that is strong, even if the world does not see it yet. A long time ago, before today's countries existed, Somaliland was an important place for people and cultures to meet. Somaliland's long coast touches the Red Sea, which was a very busy route for old traders and ships. Busy ports like Zila helped connect Africa with Arabia, India, and even faraway places like the Mediterranean. Centuries ago, this land was a global powerhouse. It was the home of Imam Ahmed Gure, a legendary strategist and unifier who led campaigns that shook the great empires of the 16th century. His leadership proved one thing: this region knows how to organize and how to win. But the power wasn't just in the sword, it was in the soil. Somaliland was the world's aromatic hub, supplying the Roman and Egyptian empires with frankincense, myrrh, and prized skins, goods more valuable than gold. This is the secret behind Hargeisa today. The stability, the trade, and the governance we see aren't new. They are the modern evolution of an ancient legacy. From the trade routes of the past to the Berbera port of the future, Somaliland is simply reclaiming its place as the leader of the Horn. People wrote about Somaliland's coast in old Greek and Arab books more than 2,000 years ago. In 1884, Britain made British Somaliland a special area under its control. It was run by Britain and was not part of Italian Somalia. Somaliland had its own borders, its own government, and made agreements with other countries. Here's something simple. Somaliland made deals with other countries before Somalia became one country. On June 26, 1960, Somaliland became its own country. Only 5 days later, it joined with Italian Somalia to make a new country called the Somali Republic. But the union had big problems from the beginning. People in Somaliland did not get to vote on joining. All the power was in Mogadishu, the capital city. This made things unfair for Somaliland right from the start. In 1961, most people in Somaliland voted no to the Somali constitution. But their answer was not listened to. When Siad Barre was in power, life in Somaliland was very hard. In 1988, the Somali army dropped bombs on the cities of Hargeisa and Burao. Almost all of Hargeisa was destroyed. Many people had to run away to Ethiopia to be safe. Hargeisa was bombed more than almost any other city in Africa. But most people in the world did not notice. In 1991, Somaliland said it was an independent country again. No United Nations soldiers came. No foreign army helped. Local elders used old Somali ways to solve problems and bring peace. Somaliland made all the fighters give up their guns by themselves. They did not get help from other countries. This almost never happens in Africa after a war. Since 2001, Somaliland has had many peaceful elections. They have chosen new presidents fairly, and their government works well. Somaliland has held more fair and honest elections than many other African countries that are recognized by the world. Somaliland is peaceful and self-governing, with its own government and institutions. Most countries do not officially recognize it, but Israel has engaged with Somaliland, showing it functions as a stable, independent region. Still, most countries do not see it as a country. This is because Somalia says Somaliland is still part of Somalia. The African Union is worried that letting Somaliland be a country might cause problems in Africa. Big countries and the United Nations want to keep the region together. Still, Somaliland runs itself like a real country. Somaliland has its own money, passports, and visas, even though the United Nations does not officially recognize it. Today, Somaliland's situation is changing. Ethiopia thinks Somaliland is very important because it gives them a way to reach the Red Sea. This helps Ethiopia depend less on Djibouti for trade. The UAE has spent a lot of money to build up Berbera Port. Now, Berbera Port is a busy place for ships and trade in the region. Somaliland and Ethiopia are working together more on business and security. They are also talking about building a railway and a new road between the two countries. This could make trade much better for the whole Horn of Africa. In the future, more than 30% of Ethiopia's trade will use new routes like Berbera Port. Other countries do not officially accept Somaliland, but Somaliland is getting stronger every day. Some countries talk to Somaliland quietly because they care about peace, business, and safety more than politics. Somaliland's passport is not accepted everywhere, but Somaliland works like a real country in daily life. Somaliland's story shows us something important. A country can be real, even if other countries do not say so. Maybe one day, the world will need Somaliland. This is the true story of Somaliland, Africa's most ignored success.